Hey guys, welcome. This is your full moon in Scorpio with a total lunar eclipse reading for the collective. It's going to take me just a couple of minutes to get through what I need to tell you about this moon. First of all, it's going to impact everybody. It's a real whopper. First of all, we're closing out this eclipse wormhole from the Taurus new moon with a partial solar eclipse all the way to this one the past 2 weeks. So we're closing out that wormhole. But be aware that eclipse energy unfolds over a minimum of 6 months, at least carrying us to the next eclipse season in November. But sometimes it can last longer. The effects of it can unfold longer. So you want to be real clear about where this might be impacting, what area it might be impacting your life. I'm going to get to that in a second, so that you're very sure that you're bringing up the issues that you need to deal with head on right now, so that they don't play out in tower moments for the next 6 months or longer. So let me get into it. I do have some notes here. Tonight's the night. It's going to be at its peak 9:15 p.m. on the west coast of the United States, which is just shortly after midnight on the east coast, and early morning to later afternoon on other points around the globe. Check your local listings. It will be most visible, I believe, in most of the United States and Central and South America. If you get to see it, it should glow red. Just because of the phenomenon of it passing through the Earth's shadow. But it's the night to embrace your fate, right? Because eclipses are about fate. And Scorpio is where the South Node is right now. And the South Node is the node of fate of the past. And the North Node, which is in Taurus, is fate of our destiny going forward. So our past is going to be drudged up for this one, to examine, to kind of shine the floodlight on, right? And when we go into the eclipse, it's like we're going to power down. And then as we pass through the eclipse, it's like the lights are back on. And we should have some more clarity around that which it is that needs to be released. Now, all full moons are about release. This is like the father load of release, and I'll tell you why I chose that word. But like I'm saying, eclipses broadly are about destiny. This one has us looking to where Scorpio is in our charts for a way to identify which area of life may be most affected. So let's just do that. I'll show you for myself. Here's Scorpio. You see the little glyph across is Taurus. You see the little bull's head there. And so for me, 25 degrees, because that's the degree point you're looking for, 25 degrees of Scorpio actually is right on the line between my 4th and 5th house. 4th house of my personal life, my family life, my home life, things that go on behind closed doors kind of energy, subconscious material even. And then the 5th house is the house of Leo, play, entertainment, fun, joy, pleasure, but also creativity. And that helped me connect the dots, because that was the one aspect of the 5th house that spoke to me like immediately. Like I'm feeling my creativity blocked a little bit. So when I looked over at Taurus, 25 degrees of Taurus, because that's the nodal, the eclipses have been happening on, that's the nodal polarity. I found that it was directly between the 10th and the 11th house. So 10th house of my public life, opposite the personal life, right? My career, my vocation, and the 11th house, the collective. So the way I connected the dots is there's something that's holding me back, some dead weight in my life, maybe some unconscious or subconscious patterns that I have that are blocking my ability to create new things for you watching, because my work life, my public life, my vocation does serve the collective right here on YouTube. Got it? So that's how I put it together for myself, and that's what I'm going to be reflecting on, because Mercury being in retrograde, I know, it's like we can't escape this one, guys, highlights even more underworld themes, right? Because it's dragging us backwards to review our thoughts and perceptions and communication styles and all of that stuff. So we'll have some deep and necessary reflections into our past, into our shadow, as well as maybe even into our own mortality. So once we do all this deep work, the question we'll be asking ourselves over the course of the next 6 months is, once you do purge those toxic patterns, and this is a purging energy, how do you really want to spend the rest of your precious life? How do you really want to spend it? And I'll tell you why that's important, because Jupiter just moved out of Pisces into Aries, and we are beginning a brand spanking new 12-year cycle led by the planet of expansion and abundance, right? Of joy and good luck. Jupiter likes to bring us all good things. And in the sign of Aries, it's action oriented, but it also speaks to who we are at our core and how we express our true self nature out in the world. So I'm seeing this whole lunation as, yeah, it might be ugly that I have to pull some stuff, dredge some stuff up out of the recesses of my subconscious. But once I shine a light on it, it's less threatening. And then I can purge it over time as needed, consciously, because that's going to clear the path for all the abundance and all the joy and all the good fortune and all the expansion that I could ever possibly desire. So I hope you'll take that positive message. Find Scorpio 25 degrees on your chart. Don't worry about the planets there. Don't worry about the fixed sign stuff. I mean, there are a million different energies that can impact you during this lunation. The most important is to find that area of life that will be most impacted and give most of your attention to that. There may be other things that come up. A lot of people in the comments talking about, I'm done with this relationship. Fine, they're there as cross-watchers. So I've been challenging cross-watchers who say they're done. Why are you here? And the reason why I'm asking that is because I'm here to serve your ascension and your growth and to help you increase your vibration. And if you're coming into my comments and you're spouting off about, as a cross-watcher, someone that you don't want in your life anymore, you're feeding that connection. So I am asking everybody to please be very conscious before you start typing in the comments. How are you feeding what it is that needs to go? If it's truly done and it's truly over and out and you know it's dead weight holding you back, then you don't want to be feeding that anymore. Spend more time on the readings for yourself. And if that person shows up, then you may, in your own readings, you just may need to back away from tarot for a little bit. Give it a bit of a breather. I do that myself, every now and then, like every 6 months, I need at least a week or two off from watching everybody's readings. And sometimes even for reading for myself. So please know that, yes, I'm telling you as a reader on YouTube, don't watch certain readings, because my first number one priority is to be helpful and to support your growth and your slow and steady march to your higher self. Okay? All right. So let's see what comes through now that I'm talking about it for our connections in the collective. Wow. Overall energy of the reading is the Lovers. It's a choice, people. It's a choice. Interesting that in this card, we've got the angel in the middle holding the hands of the lovers and sort of bringing them forward into that choice. You either choose the union or you choose yourself. This is also about the balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within you. That is a choice, and sometimes it's a choice of coming home to self. Wow. Can't make it up. Right? First card out. Let me pull it down a little bit. Well, you're actually not going to be able to see it anyway. I'll walk you through it. Let me just get all the cards out. Doing a little bit of a different spread than I normally do. Whew. Okay. So the top row is your person's energy. So it's not sign specific. So I'm just going to say top row is your person. Middle row is you. Bottom row is the connection. Well, they're leading off with some devil energy from the past, right? This is exactly where we need to go. This is the Saturnian impact and influence. Saturn is making a direct, almost an exact square to the luminaries, to the sun and the moon, which means that you may be feeling a sense of pressure with regard to, feeling restricted or judgment or sense of responsibility. Saturn to me is the Lord of Karma, also the great teacher, teaching us harsh lessons. So this person is showing up with that devil energy of maybe fear or ego running the show. Present energy is the Ace of Wands. So they are maybe wanting to reignite the torch of passion. They're feeling that divine gift of inspired passion. And possibly with that Jupiter moving to Aries even, they're feeling the impetus to take action and to move forward. And then going forward, Magician. So they're going to be in manifestation mode, having all the tools and knowing that they have all the tools to manifest that which they desire, which is maybe lighten that bad boy up in this connection again. So how are you showing up? You are showing up in the past, Queen of Wands. I'm going to have to clarify that to be sure I understand it, but I feel like maybe there was a bit of a power struggle here, a power dynamic between devil energy and the Queen of Wands. This person could have been a little obsessed, and the Queen of Wands had to really kind of stand their ground and hold on to their own power, embody their own sense of power and practical magic. I like to say there's no cat in this particular deck, but there's usually always a cat lurking around, a little black cat lurking around the Queen of Wands. So the center card for you is this present energy is the most important card in this spread because it's dead center, Page of Cups. A sincere message from the heart. Maybe that's what you're after. Maybe that's what it is you need to kind of unburden yourself in this lunation. That's very possible. And going forward, Page of Swords. Page of Swords seeks information from from a non-emotional. Both of these cards pages are messengers. So I feel like you're looking for the sincerity, but you're also looking for truth. You may have a message to deliver, or you may be anticipating one coming in. For the connection, we have Seven of Wands and we've got the Nine of Pentacles smack in the middle. Nine of Pentacles here, present energy. I feel like you are both single, or at least you're single here. And I'm saying that for a reason, because there's some sort of protection energy with this Seven of Wands and almost like more vulnerability coming through this Nine of Pentacles between you. And then we have the Hanged Man going forward. So the Hanged Man comes through for a lot of different reasons. Mostly it's an opportunity to sort of pull yourself back and kind of everything hits pause. And I feel like this person may come in hot and heavy. They may speak like flowery, apologetic, loving words. But when it comes to ferreting out the truth here, you may feel the need and you may instruct this person as well, like, hey, we gotta examine this. We kind of can't, we've got to pump the brakes and take the time to look at the situation from all angles, because one of you is feeling very much on the defensive kind of self-protective energy, and this can also be somebody who's going after what they want, but there's also this vulnerability with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so that's what we've got in general. Let me go ahead and clarify. Lovers, please. We've got Judgment, Forgiveness, Second Chances, Nine of Wands, and the Tower. So I don't feel, despite the Tower moments between you, I feel like you're aware of it, and that may be what comes up during this full moon eclipse, but I feel like the choice that needs to be made is whether or not you've given up totally after that Tower moment, or many of them, or whether there's room for redemption, forgiveness, and second chances, right? When you look at the situation on balance, is this something that's done, or are you still kind of hanging on by a thread to see if there's an opportunity to recover from the Tower? So that's how the Lover's energy is coming through. That's the overall energy of the whole reading. So let's look at the Devil in the past for your person. Oh. I feel like they've been wanting to come towards you. You may be in separation and no communication with this person for a while. Some of you, for sure. But I kind of feel like that they can't think of much else. They definitely want to communicate, but they're moving like as slow as molasses. Knight of Pentacles, because there's a lot of fear. Both these cards, the Devil and the Moon, speak to issues around fear, ego-based fear, ego-driven fear. And for this person, it's really got them being very methodical and deliberate as they move toward possibly reaching out. They want to communicate. They're pretty much obsessed about it, but they're moving slowly. They have been moving slowly since this is looking at the past, and what's holding them back, pulling on the reins of that Knight of Pentacles, is fear, uncertainty. Not sure if you'll receive their message, possibly, for some of you. So let's look at the Ace of Wands and the Magician. Yeah. So this person wants to return and set things right. They're feeling the fated nature of the connection there with the Wheel of Fortune in the middle. There's your Jupiter, by the way, in Aries. So they want this triumphant homecoming where they sort of make peace, fix things so they can offload all the heavy energies from whatever this Tower was in the past. Okay, so we're looking in the past and we're looking forward towards the North Node here. And I feel like this person is feeling inspired to finally take the action that they haven't taken in the past, or that has moved like at a snail's pace. And this is what they're manifesting. They're manifesting a return. They're manifesting the passion, the excitement, the fatedness of this journey that you've both been on. And they're really manifesting an opportunity to bury and to, for once and for all, release the heavy energies, the burden, the struggle, all that has been weighing on probably both of you for quite some time. So I want to look at this Queen of Wands to understand if it's a person or an energy. Whoa. It could be either. If there is third party in your particular storyline, if there's not, I'm not giving you new information and saying that there is, because this is the past I'm reading for. There could have been a strategic alliance between King of Swords and a Queen of Wands to really kind of do you dirty here. It feels like it's coming from divine masculine energy. Feels as if some trust was broken. Perhaps some deception or betrayal that played out. If you do not have a third party situation, again, that power struggle dynamic comes back in between the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. This King of Swords is in reversed energy, is not honest, is not straightforward, is absolutely strategic for their own designs, for their own purposes. And that may have taken you by surprise if you are, in fact, in the Queen of Wands energy. Doesn't have to be a person at all. It can just be that, yeah. Queen of Wands, say hello to the Emperor. There's a power struggle there. Queen of Wands takes no prisoners. And I feel like the King of Swords might have gotten the better of her. I'm only saying her because it's a queen. That's in the past. And that's what they're coming back to kind of rectify and to clear up and to talk about, is that dark side, is that shadow side. Wow. So interesting that I'm seeing the Devil as the shadow, which is Scorpio's domain, and the Moon. So even though it's Capricornian energy, and I should be saying Saturn and lessons and restrictions and all that stuff with the Devil, I'm feeling more shadow. Page of Cups in the center. Yeah. Whew. Four of Wands, Nine of Cups. So I feel if this person came through, we could take this little page and add it to the 9, and there would be a lot of happiness and bliss there for the twins. So it's like the energy is an open invitation for this person to come forward with some sincerity. Three of Cups is underneath. Now this, in this particular part of the reading, I don't feel it's speaking about third party. I think it's talking about reconciliation, coming back together, a cause for celebration. I'm feeling a lot more joy in these cards than anything dark or nefarious. So it feels like for many of you, for the vast majority of you, you've done enough healing to the point where if the message you receive is coming from the heart, if you detect that there's sincerity, you'll be very open to it. That will be a wish fulfilled. But let's check into this little Page of Swords going forward. All right. Yeah. So again, everything. What did I just say? Page of Cups. If the Page of Cups brings the 1 cup to the 9, you got the 10. Well, here it is. Okay. So I love it when Spirit gives a girl a hand. Help me out. Yeah, the Page of Swords, I feel like you'll be in a little bit of detective mode, like trying to pull your emotion out of it to see, is this person really emotionally available for me? King of Cups. Are they ready to kind of collaborate, cooperate, and, you know, take the basis of friendship that we already have and build upon it to create something magnificent? You, your divine counterpart, and Spirit, that perfect co-creative energy, because that would be the happily ever after. That would be the emotional contentment and fulfillment that you've been seeking. And I kind of feel like you're going to be moving into some discernment, into some, well, let me pull my emotional self out of this and just really detect if this is really even possible. If this person is available to do the work, to cooperate, to build on what we have. If so, we're off to the races, guys. So now let's look at the connection. We've got the 7 of Wands in the past. I feel like one of you was really trying to manifest this sort of new beginning, the beauty of a reciprocal relationship. I really feel you were manifesting some measure of commitment, maybe not formal levels of commitment, but just like, yeah, I'm as invested in this connection as you are. That is not what you got. You got defensiveness, resistance. You got somebody like pushing back. So one of you is in that energy, was in that energy. And I feel just by looking at what I see here in the center of the spread, I kind of feel like because this person you're dealing with is going to be manifesting the reconciliation, the fixing things. They're now got the Ace of Wands and they're like, oh, okay, well now I got to get on my horse and get back to this person and offer some reciprocity, but more reconciliation, more bringing peace, a win-win outcome, giving this person an opportunity, meaning you, to sort of speak your side, speak your piece. But they're feeling the fated nature of the connection now and going forward. And I feel like because this is in the past, that it's very likely coming from a feminine. That's what you were manifesting, but what you did was you kind of bumped up against resistance left, right, and center. So where's the connection now? I've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got independence, autonomy. But I'm feeling the vulnerability of the Nine of Pentacles, sure. Whew. Someone's taking a step towards you. We've got the Six of Cups, past life soulmate, and the Page of Pentacles. So this may be somebody's going to be in new territory, and I feel it's coming from your person. And you're going to stand here in your independence and your autonomy. Yes, a single person, but there's nothing wrong with that. If you're, able to manifest for yourself, your own creature comforts, your own sense of stability, your own vision of your future, which is very much a part of this lunation that we're having right now, is, what do you really want the rest of your precious life to look like once you make peace with the freaking past? Well, this person's going to be taking steps in a new direction with regard to the connection, and that will allow both of you to move forward peacefully, calmly, getting beyond the turbulence of the Tower. So this is definitely a reading for those of you who have tremendous potential for a reunion. Reunions happen very frequently during retrogrades and eclipses, right? The big shock and awe of eclipses is sometimes people come back from the past, especially when it's a South Node eclipse. Hello. So for some of you, that may be who I'm speaking to. That may not be my experience, but it could certainly be yours. And since we are looking at choices around forgiveness and second chances, after a very clear Tower moment that has exhausted both of you, yeah, that's very possible what I'm looking at here. Hanged Man, though, let's see this. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Lovers again. So we end the reading with the reading we started with. We end the reading with the card we began with. That's what I meant to say. I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. Well, this Seven of Wands comes back up. Hanged Man, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. So for those of you, again, who may have third-party energy, if that third party is a wife, that's who that Queen of Pentacles is. If it's not, it could be just basically some resistance here about whether or not this is the person you want to move forward with in this lifetime in 3D, whether or not, this Hanged Man is literally saying, whoa, slow down, pump the brakes. There's a flag on the play. We've got to examine this a little bit more closely. We've got to wait for the enlightenment to come in. I know it's hard for you to see this card, but it's really beautiful. Wait for the enlightenment to come in before we move forward. And I'm feeling some definite pushback here, a little bit of resistance, a little bit of defensiveness with regard either to a Queen of Pentacles, which is an archetype of a life partner, or as a Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know if it's a future that I want with you, right? With your person. And that's going to be the choice. So I do feel like I'm seeing some great potential. The Hanged Man does ask us to surrender as well, right? Surrender to the process and the timing of it all. But I feel this person up here thinks the time is now. So that's why I'm seeing you here as potentially that Queen of Pentacles saying, wait a minute. I want to make sure this is really what I want for the long haul. Okay? So that's what I see here. Look at that Knight of Cups on the bottom. Always a lovely romantic energy. Somebody coming in with their heart on their sleeve, nothing to hide, fully emotionally available, speaking their true feelings. That's lovely energy. So I'm going to tell you all the energies that showed up, astrologically speaking, but in the description box below the video is a link to the extended. And as always, I'm going all around the zodiac, Aries through Pisces. It's good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm going to look at the opportunity in your connection. The opportunity is what Jupiter in Aries is bringing you. The shadow to be released. Yeah, we want to see that card. What shadow needs to be released? And the new path forward after the eclipse, right? After this energy, as we follow Jupiter, we want to know where might this be headed? What might the new path look like for this connection or for yourself? So that link is below. Let me tell you who showed up. Lover's card is out twice. That is Gemini. Judgment is Scorpio energy. It's really a card of Pluto. Pluto is in the mix in this lunation as well. The Tower is here. That's Aries. It's Mars energy. Devil is Capricorn. The Moon is Pisces. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. We say Sagittarius, which is, Jupiter rules. Magician is Virgo and Gemini. That is a Mercury card. Queen of Wands can be Aries, Leo, Sag. King of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Emperor is Aries. We've got the King of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got the Magician a second time, Virgo and Gemini. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo. Hanged Man is Pisces. Queen of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's what we've got. Whoo! Sending you lots of love and full moon blessings. Get those rituals going. Prepare for some big release of some important dead weight or karmic and toxic patterns of your own. And I'll see you in the extended or in a future reading. Much love. Bye for now.